You know it's Easter when hot cross buns start to appear in our shops and bakeries. These sweet, spicy buns with a cross on top. I like to eat them toasted with lots of butter, and I can't really imagine Easter without them. But why do we eat them at Easter? And have you ever wondered how hot cross buns are made? To find out, I've come to Dave's Bakery in Ashwell. It's one of the oldest bakeries in the country. Founded in 1741, this bakery is 282 years old. And today I'm meeting the head baker, Clive, who's been working here for 45 years. Dave's Bakery make all sorts of bread, cakes and biscuits, even cheese straws. But when Easter comes around, they add hot cross buns to the menu. Clive reckons they make about 55,000 hot cross buns every single year. That's enough to feed every fan sitting in Manchester City's football stadium. But today, we'll only be making around 650. This is where the process begins, and Clive will start by measuring out all of the ingredients. To make the basic bun recipe, we need flour, something called shortening, which is a type of vegetable fat, butter, sugar, salt, yeast, and mixed spice. Here he is.
So this is ordinary, regular salted butter you would buy in your supermarket.
Getting your hands right on in there.
So it has quite a high sugar content, being really sweet bun and rich bun. So
It's not an Easter treat if it doesn't have a little bit of sugar.
absolutely.
Next we need salt. All right, Clive, what is this?
This is fresh yeast.
It looks like modelling clay.
It feels very much like modelling.
Can I feel some?
Absolutely, go for it. Yeah.
Oh, it's very squidgy. But the thing is, yeast is actually a living organism. This is alive, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And it has a very important job when it comes to making dough and bread. But I'll tell you all about that later. So this is a bucket of egg. They get it in buckets, frozen, which means it can last a little bit longer, but because the bakery are making such huge amounts of bread and cakes, they need to use it like this rather than cracking all of the eggs individually. The last thing Clive is measuring is the mixed spice, and this is what gives hot cross buns their famous spiced flavour.
Smell that?
Yeah?
Can you smell that?
Oh, so what is in a mixed spice?
It will be, as it is mixed spice, it will be cinnamon, nutmeg, maybe a little bit of ginger, all those sort of...
Clove, maybe?
Maybe a bit of clove.
Okay.
It does what it is. It says on the tin, it's mixed spice.
It's a mix of spices.
Yeah.
And now for the water. This will help to bind everything together.
If you want to press the green button...
Can I now?
Away you go, yeah.
So this one here,
Yeah.
not that one there.
No.
This one here.
Yeah,
Slow to start with.
Slow to start.
Here we go.
There you are. And then turn that to the right. That's it. Go on. There you are.
We're off. This is called a spiral mixer, and it's a bit like a mixer you might have at home, except it's a lot bigger. It's combining all of the ingredients and mixing them together. Oh, it smells good, Clive.
It certainly does, doesn't it?
It does.
It smells like Easter.
It smells like... How do you know when it's ready?
To me, when I'm looking at that dough now, I can see it's not developed because it looks a bit rough and a bit torn about. But when it starts getting smooth ripples on it, then I'll know it's nearly ready. So
this whole thing really is just like a cement mixer for cake.
Exactly. As I say to people in the bakery, we make things on just the same as what you would make at home, but on a larger scale. And that's what we do. When I said earlier on, it looked rough and all torn about. Now it's beginning to smooth up around here, so you can see it's getting a lot more smoother.
It's looking more like clouds.
Yes.
The ingredients are nearly mixed together, but we are missing one thing. Do you know what it is? It's this, the dry fruit. We have raisins, sultanas, and mixed peel as well from different citrus fruits. And the reason it doesn't go in first is because the mixing machine would break it all up. And we want the fruit to stay whole and chunky. It smells amazing.
So put it on number one and just start feeding it in slowly rather than tipping the whole lot in. That's it.
It's a generous fruity recipe, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Last bits.
That's it. Well done. Okay, you carry it to the table.
Wow. go, baby. Oh, that feels good. Now our dough's ready, we need to divide it up so we can shape it into rolls, and that happens here at this awesome machine called a 2-pocket roll plant. When it's working, we have to close it all up, so we've stopped the machine so I can show you the inside. So first, we're going to put the dough inside this hopper, and then the dough will feed through into this chamber. And then these parts here will turn around and will allow a big blob of dough to drop down into the next chamber. But you might notice that the machine is full of flour, and that's because the flour helps all the moving parts to work and move around without getting stuck. Then this white block here, it moves backwards and forwards like a piston, and that will push 2 blocks of dough through 2 holes into this rotating chamber. In here, those 2 pieces of dough will go round and round, and when they reach the top, they get to this paddle. Now this paddle moves around like this. It mimics how you would roll a piece of dough with your hand, but it just does it as a machine. And this action will smooth out those rolls of dough. And then the dough will keep going round until it pops out the holes on the other side onto the conveyor belt.
You have to work quickly with it because it'll go.
Oh my word. You've been doing this 45 years, Clive. I've been doing it in 30 seconds. Perfect hot cross bun is going to start out looking like this. It has a smooth top. Something like this one has raisins and dried fruit sticking out the top. That might tear when it's baking. So something like this, we'll put it back in the hopper. The rolls are made, but before they can go in the oven, they have to prove. And to do that, we're going to wheel them into the proving room. Woo! It is like a sauna.
So it is, you can feel it.
Ooh, it's hot
really,
here.
It's really warm, isn't it?
Really warm.
So we leave that there.
This is the proving room, and it's really warm and damp in here. You might be able to hear the fans, and those fans are blowing warm air round and round. So we're going to leave the hot cross buns in here for about an hour to prove. And proving is when yeast kicks into action. But let me explain to you what yeast actually does. This is fresh yeast, and it's actually alive. This is a block of millions and trillions of single-cell living organisms. And when the yeast gets mixed with water, it becomes activated, and it will start to feed on the sugar in both the caster sugar and the sugars from the flour that went into our recipe. And when it does that, it will convert some of the sugar into a type of gas called carbon dioxide. But the flour in our recipe does more than just feed the yeast with sugar. When the flour was mixed with water inside the spiral mixer, it made something called gluten. And gluten is this stretchy material that does a really good job of trapping bubbles of carbon dioxide gas. And that is what will make the hot cross buns rise in the proving room. The buns have been proving for just over an hour, and look how much bigger they are thanks to the yeast. But these are hot cross buns. They're missing something. Do you know what it is? These are no cross buns, so we have to put some crosses on them. And to do that, we have some cross mix that Clive has already made up. Now this is a mixture of cake flour, which is a light, fluffy flour, some shortening, which is vegetable fat, and a little bit of water. Now Clive has put it into a piping bag for me.
That's right.
You've shown me how it works.
I have.
And now it's my turn to pipe the crosses onto the buns.
Good luck. There you are.
And breathe.
Well done.
Yeah!
Well done.
And we're going this way down. Right, let's go. So the reason you do it like this is it's an awful lot quicker to pipe a whole tray of crosses than it would be to try and do a single cross on every single one.
There you are. Well done.
Is it perfect? No, but practice makes perfect.
It's okay. It's definitely okay.
Look at this one. Look at that one. That's not a hot cross bun. That's a hot wibbly bun.
You can eat that one.
Finally, the buns have gone into this oven, which is specially designed to spin the entire rack round and round. It has a special name, but Clive nicknames it the roundabout oven. The buns are going to be in there for about 17 minutes. And whilst they go for a ride on the roundabout, let's find out why we eat hot cross buns at Easter. Easter is a religious Christian festival, but buns with crosses on have actually been around even longer than Christianity. For example, the ancient Egyptians baked rolls with crosses on to help celebrate the gods. And the Greeks and the Romans, they made similar types of bun too. But hot cross buns as we know them came to be in the 14th century thanks to a Christian monk called Thomas Rowcliffe. Thomas baked a batch of buns on Good Friday to give to the poor, and he marked them with a cross because Good Friday is the day over the Easter period when Christians believe that Jesus was crucified on the cross. Now, over the years, people added mixed spice and fruit, and they just became more and more popular. Whoa! They look fantastic. The last thing we have to do is give the hot cross buns some bun wash. This is just a mixture of a simple syrup with a bit of water and some more mixed spice. And Clive's just brushing it over the top of the hot cross buns to give them a shine, make them nice and glossy, and give a sticky sweetness to the tops of them.
Okay.
Can I have a go?
You certainly can.
Here we are.
I'll take them out.
It's bun wash time. Oh, that's very satisfying. These are still warm and they smell absolutely incredible. But as soon as the bun wash has dried off, these will be separated, put in packets, and then sent to bakeries in the area. So good. And here we have a fresh hot cross bun straight from the bakery. It's been sliced in half, toasted, and loaded with butter. And it tastes absolutely delicious. Woo! Subscribe for more videos. Let me know what you want to see being made next. Stay curious, and I'll see you soon. Happy Easter.